Ah,
Pero está jugando, ¿qué pasó ahí?
porque quiero hablar con mi familia. Y solo tengo 1 hora para hablar con mi familia.
Por la familia.
Sí, pero este es mi familia. Este es mi familia hondureña, ¿no? Este es mi familia hondureña. Pero vaya, un gusto verle. Um, yeah, anyway, so a lot of stuff is different. Um, we just got news of transfers last night, and so I found out that I'm gonna be staying. I am staying in Planeta for the next transfer.
Will your companion be?
And then, oh yeah, so Beatty, other Beatty's gonna got called to be a zone leader,
Ooh.
which is crazy because at the start of our training, he was just a trainer. He was like 5.5 months in. Was he 5.5? No, he was like 5 months in. Yeah, like 4.5 months in, I believe. Yeah. So he was 4.5 months in, and then he started training me, and then and then last transfer, halfway through my training, he got called to be a district leader. Except he didn't really do anything because we didn't have a district. His district was me. I was his district. So nothing really changed.
Uh-huh.
And then literally one transfer later, he gets called to be a zone leader, which is pretty crazy. That's pretty rare for people that be called zone leader really quickly like that because he's 8 months in and he's already a zone leader. So, oh yeah, earlier this week we went to the temple. We went on Wednesday, and we went with some of our baptisms. We went with Mia and Diana, and her cousin Kelly, and then also with Axel. And Axel, he's so peerless. He is awesome. He's amazing.
Did you have
Oh my goodness, I keep using Spanish. Oh my gosh, but he's awesome. Axel's probably one of our best baptisms. Because he understands a lot of what we're talking about, and he really likes the church. He likes the gospel, and so right now we're teaching the mom, and they're not married, so that's gonna be hard to baptize him. Oh, that was a crazy play. Yeah, bought a trash can. We don't have a trash can. Um, so yeah, we went to the temple with him, and it was lit. It was amazing, and we did some baptism for the dead, and we went to the store, and I got a little hymn book, a little mini hymn book, and so that's awesome because down here they don't have hymn books like in the foyers, and so everyone just has to pull it up on their phone, and so not that many people sing at church because there's no hymn books. So I got a little mini hymnos, Spanish hymn book, and it was just awesome. It was an awesome experience. And while we were there, after we left, we saw President and his wife pull up. And the thing is, we had permission to go to the temple, but what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to have a member, be able to drive us back because, Wednesday is when every other week on Wednesday is when the entire most of the board goes, like a lot of board members go, and it always takes forever. And President doesn't want us, being out too late, go to the temple only for a couple hours instead of like 7. And so we got permission, more or less, from the APs to take the buses home, even though you're not supposed to do that. But they were like, sure, yeah, just take the buses home. And then, our president sees us at the temple, and he knew we'd be there, but he thought we would have left by now, when he got there, because we'd been there for like 3 hours. And that's, usually like the limit of how long you should be there. And we hadn't even left yet. So that was interesting. We saw President and his wife pull up out of nowhere. And that was pretty cool. And then For some reason, like Nielsen, the zone leader, didn't really know how to get back. He was like, "Yeah, I know how to get back," to Planeta. And then once we were done with the temple, we were like, "All right, where do we go?" He was like, "I don't know. We'll figure it out." I'm like, "What do you mean we'll figure it out?" So we did figure it out eventually. We had to ask a couple people on the street. Be like, "Hey, what bus takes us from here to here?" Um, and so in total, it was like 15 limps from one bus to the other, and then like another 15. So it was 30 limps, a dollar 20 in total for like a 15-minute bus ride. So yeah, dirt cheap.
Yeah.
And then the other day, it was raining like crazy, and the streets were a little bit floody-ish, and so we were trying to walk along the side. Well, there aren't really sidewalks. Some places there are sidewalks. But at some point, we were walking where there was not any sidewalks, and I just completely slipped in mud and just got my entire left side muddy.
Oh.
My shirt, my freaking backpack, my shoe, my pants, it was so bad. And we had a meeting, in like 15 minutes. So I was like, well, we'll just go to the meeting and then afterwards go back to our house and then clean and then get changed. And so during the meeting, I just had mud all over me. That was funny. But he didn't really care.
Discussion, or
He's
was
like,
it
that's funny.
a church meeting?
No, like a meeting with a member.
Oh.
Or not a member, investigator.
Yeah.
I'm so tired, I can't think. Ugh.
Discussion,
But-
basically.
But yeah, so I slept and fell in mud. That really sucked. That was so annoying. But it is what it is. Hot. It's always hot, but it's hot. I mean, it is Semana Santa, which is the hottest week of the year. The Holy Week, Semana Santa. Holy Week. Oh my goodness.
Where's your little
It's,
cooler fan?
That wouldn't make a difference right now.
Mhm.
So I've got the big fan on
Nothing.
above me. So that wouldn't help, unfortunately.
So it's
Um,
supposed to be 85 degrees today,
where we are, yeah.
but it's supposed to be 88 tomorrow, then 90, then 90, then 90, 90, 91, 92, 94. It's only going to go up, Benj.
Dang. Well, that's gonna suck. But it is what it is.
Yep. Gonna cook.
Anyways, I've only got 27 minutes left, so
Opinion.
your voice is like glitching out.
Who is your new
Hold up. Who's my what?
new
New
companion?
Companion.
Oh, my new companion. My new companion is gonna be Elder Halls. It's some white guy. I don't know where he's from. I think he's from the US, but he's probably an American.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be cool. Because transfers are coming up this Wednesday in 2 days. And so I'm staying in Planeta. And then Elder Brady is leaving to be a zone leader in La Ceiba, which is the second like most populated city or it's the third biggest city in Honduras. Is La Ceiba. It's like right next to the ocean. It's like an ocean city where a lot of like ships come in and whatnot. It's a port city. And so it's the third biggest city in Honduras. Number one is Tegucigalpa. Second is San Pedro. And then third is La Ceiba. So he's going to La Ceiba to be a ZL. And so that's pretty crazy. And then yes, I'm just staying here for the next transfer. Man. So I'm staying here for the next transfer, and yeah, other halls is another white guy, so I'll still be able to speak English. And then I don't know when the next white companion is going to be, because I heard it's not that common to have, fellow American companions. But so far, I've had Elder Beatty, the ZLs. We've had an entire white district, which is like very rare, apparently. That's pretty rare.
Is
To
Hall
have,
coming from a native companion?
yeah. The Halls, I don't remember how much time he has, but he has a lot of time on the mission. Quite a long time. Over a year. And then, oh my goodness, the other day, we found a couple ants like in our house, just like walking around, and there was a queen ant. And I just like, used my crock and I just killed the queen ant. I just whacked it on the wall. And literally like probably 70 ants just started crawling out of this one space. Just crawling everywhere all across the walls. I was like, holy crap. They must have smelled like the dead queen pheromones or something. They must have smelled something. Because like I killed that queen ant and then just
She was
like
screaming, help!
30 seconds later, just like 70 ants start crawling out of this one space. And just all over the walls. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, that was weird. Because, I mean, we have mice in our house. We've got taquasin, possums. We got ants. It's like, oh dear. So we gotta buy some ant rat traps or something, man. I don't know. So, yeah, because what's funny is there's a gang leader house, like where there's a meeting spot right next to one of our fetches, right next to one of our fetches houses. And so every now and then when we go over to like teacher, there's just, a whole group of just maderos. They call them maderos. Just a whole group of maderos. Huh?
Whole bunch of gang members.
Yeah, just a whole bunch of gang members just talking and whatnot. And so that's that's pretty funky. Sometimes they'll meet like in the front yard. Sometimes they'll just be in the house or in the backyard. It's interesting. I don't know what they're talking about, but Beatty every now and then says he just hears like, just like business talk. It's like business talk. I don't know. And the thing is, the police down here, they don't do anything. They don't interfere with, the cartels. They don't interfere with the gangs. So that's why everyone says there's 3 gangs down here. You got the 2 rival ones, 18 and 13, and then the police. The police are basically their own gang, man. They don't do anything down here. Oh yeah, and then we saw this crazy ad on the TV. It was in English, and it was just this home. I think it was like the Home Defense, like the Secretary of Home Defense, saying that illegal immigrants are not welcome, and how gang members are not welcome. So do not come to the United States. We will kick you out. It's like, whoa, get that Miguel. I was like, whoa, all right. They're just broadcasting that everywhere.
Yeah.
And it was in English, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's not in Spanish, but I guess the US is like sponsoring that ad everywhere.
Yeah.
Um and then oh my gosh. When we were talking to Christian, the guy who's got the crazy dreams and whatnot.
Mhm.
We talked to him about the word of wisdom, and turns out he does drugs. He does like shrooms and like weed, apparently. So it's not like, meth or anything, but so
Does it help him control his schizophrenia? Or?
he says it does. I don't he says it helps him like be more normal. I'm like, okay, sure, but yeah, I don't know what we do about that, but so we're like, well, I mean, you can't be doing weed, but I mean, maybe because I don't think they have like any
There's
sort of like
medicinal
legal
purposes
weed down
for
here,
it.
huh?
There are medicinal purposes for things, so
Yeah, but I don't think they have like medicinal weed or anything down here. Maybe, but yeah, so I don't know what to do about that.
mm,
Um, yeah, it's a weird situation. Maybe he can talk to his doctor and get like some sort of like meds for schizophrenia. We had a fetch a baptismal date for Saturday, but she was feeling really sick, and so we had to move it for Tuesday. So right before Elder Beatty leaves, and so she'll be able to get baptized with her cousin. So now they have the same baptismal date. Um, and she was feeling really sick, and so we gave her a blessing, and apparently that really helped her. Anyways, I've got like 1 minute. Um, but that was able to help her really get better quickly because she was starting to feel better like by the next day when she could like barely get out of bed. And so, let's go. Blessings.
yeah.
So it was good talking to you guys. Um, this week was kept pretty crazy, but yeah, I'll let you know how it goes with transfers and everything, how other halls is. So yeah, looking forward to transfers. I mean, other baby, we've definitely ended on good terms. We're on good terms for sure. Oh, in fact, I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad to actually have him go because he was a good missionary. He taught me a lot of good stuff. He showed me the ropes. He showed me, how to be a good missionary because he's definitely a good example. I'm glad I didn't get some chambone like lazy, trunky missionary trainer,
Yep.
but I'm glad I got him because he showed me what I need to do to be a good missionary. Taught me the rope, showed me the ropes, and so I'm glad I had him as my trainer for sure. Um, we had a rough patch there for like a couple weeks, but I'd say we're coming back. So we're ending off on good terms for sure.
That's good.
Um,
That's good.
but yeah. Anyways, I'll let you guys know how it goes. But anyways, you guys take care of yourselves.
Yeah, you too.
You guys take care of yourselves.
All right, love you.
But yeah. Anyways, have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful week. I'll see y'all next time.
All
Nos
right.
vemos.